that I'm sharing with you today. I hope this video finds you well, then it helps you with your journey. So before I move on, just to make sure you know that I just give you information, and everything that I do is for information purposes and for your use. I hope that helps you. Today we are looking at a program that is being open for 2025. Application are being open for 2025. They are accepting 1,010 applicants in Canada through this program. So I hope this video helps you check it and see if you qualify. Then you may put your application in. Who knows? Maybe that will be your chance to travel to Canada and then work and eventually get your permanent residency. If this is the first time you are joining us, Life App, we share information on traveling abroad. We help you with your application. Then we guide you with some schools application and any other information that will help you, not only for Canada, but United States and other countries that we see those information are relevant to our viewers. So let's go through this one quickly. So like I said, 2025 application is open. So listening to the details and then it will help you. So the program is going to accept 1,010 applicants. So actually last year it was 2,750 applicants that was accepted into this program, and this year we're way over 50% down, over 60% down. These are the things that you will need. So for the background of this program, the Agri-Food pilot, it was established under the Immigration and Protection Act. Also, it is a temporary economic immigration initiative. It cannot be extended beyond its maximum 5-year duration. So if you are able to enter into this program, you have 5 years duration, which they cannot extend it. That's the maximum extent. But after the 5 years, you should be able to find your way through. The 5 years should be able to find your way through. So it's not any bad program. Not any bad program. So for this year application, the deadline is May 14, 2025. That is the application deadline, May 14, 2025. So take note of it, write that down. If you want to do it, today is January 9th, you have more days, May 14, almost 5 months, and then 5 days to complete your application. So that is some of the things that you need to do. So we have the online application, and then we have alternative format. The online application is accepting 1,000, and then the alternative format is accepting 10. I know everybody should go for the online application. The alternative would be for like peculiar instances that will allow you not to use the online but use alternative. So let's look at the eligibility criteria for this one. We know this is designed for skilled and experienced workers in the eligible industries. So if you are experienced worker in that industry, you have skills in that industry, then you need to look at this. You need to look at this. So to qualify for permanent residency under this program, applicants must meet the following criteria. So your work experience, you should have a work experience, 1 year of cumulative, non-essential, or full-time work experience. So maximum hours of 1,560 hours within the last 3 years. So work experience, you need that. And then your experience must be obtained on a labor market impact assessment based work permit is one or more eligible agri-food occupation. So make sure that where you are put in your application, where you are stating your experience should, based on the labor market assessment, their agri-food occupation. So you have to check that. You need a job offer, a full-time, permanent, and non-seasonal job offer in a qualifying occupation within an eligible agri-food industry is mandatory. So you need a job offer for this one. Your education qualification. So minimum of Canadian high school diploma or an equivalent foreign credential verified through the Educational Credential Assessment ECA. So yeah, you need to assess your education. So minimum is high school. Minimum is high school. You need to get your language proficiency, which is very low. They are looking for the Canadian language benchmark of level 4, either in French or English. That in French or English. Settlement fund. Applicants must demonstrate sufficient settlement fund to support themselves and their family members in Canada unless they are already working in Canada under a valid work permit. So if you're already in Canada under a valid work permit, then you need not to prove fund. But if you are not in Canada, if you're applying outside Canada, then your funds should be sufficient to support you and then all your dependents that you are accompanying you through this program. So for the work experience, proof of work experience, what they accept is employer reference letter. So your employer should detail your job responsibilities and duration. And then if you are in a union, reference letter from the union, letter of employment, or if you're in Canada already, then you will have a T4 statement or your pay stub. That will all be acceptable as proof of experience or proof of work. So when it comes to the occupation and industry days, what you need to know: National Occupation Classification NOC codes. These are the industries that you should be working in to qualify for this one. Meat production manufacturing. So that is the 3116. So you have the retail and wholesale butchers, meat cutter and fishmongers, industrial butchers and meat cutters, farm supervisors and agricultural service contractors, specialized livestock worker and farm machinery operators, livestock laborer, laborers in food and beverages processing. So you have the greenhouse, nursery, and floriculture production, farm supervisors and agricultural service contractors, specialized livestock workers and farm machinery operators, livestock laborers, harvesting laborers. So there's a lot of them. Yeah, so you have the farm supervisor, agriculture contractor, that is in the animal production, livestock laborer, harvesting laborer. So these are the job that you should be working in it to actually to qualify you for this. And then how to apply for the Canada Agri-Food profile. Okay, so you have to review the application guide. So you visit the IRCC website and then you download the application guide so that you'll be able to go through them and know the step by step and all the guide that is needed. Then you prepare your document, make sure you have everything in it in your application. Do not omit anything. One thing is you wouldn't have the chance to add up if you submit your application. At times, if you're lucky, the officer looking through your application may reach out to you and ask you to add something that doesn't really happen. It is 1 in 1,000. So make sure your application is complete and everything that is needed, you have it in the application. Then you submit your application. So submit your application online. If you fall under the electronic submission categories, or if applying through the alternative format, then you go through that guideline. After that, you can use your IRCC portal to track your application to see how it goes. So this is not for only those in Canada. If you're in Canada or outside Canada, you are eligible to apply if you meet all the criteria. So this is not for only those in Canada. So if you meet the requirement, then you are eligible to apply. Okay. So I mentioned earlier that the application deadline is May 14th, 2025. But I also mentioned that they are accepting only 1,010 applicants for 2025. So when May 14th reaches, and then the cap 1,010 application is not met, there will be no further application accepted. Yeah. So make sure that you put in your application. This is a good chance for you. Who knows? This might help you. They are not taking anything higher than your employment. Have employment. Make sure that you are in the NOC, the jobs that I mentioned. Make sure that your employment align with that, and then you meet the minimum work experience that is required. And then put in your application. Try to put in your application as early as possible in case they get more applicants. That is not something that they stated. That are they going to, in case they get more applicants, are they going to stop accepting application when the deadline has not reached? And I don't think they will do that, but try to apply as soon as possible. If the deadline reached and then they've not gotten enough applicants, they will still stop it. I don't know how many people are applying for, but maybe some people might not like this, and then if they don't get 1,010 by May 14th, 2025, then you have a lucky chance of being accepted. If they get more than 1,010, then the competition begins. So make sure your application is well detailed, like put in everything that is needed, so that you stand tall on this application. So thank you for staying to the end of this video. There are many to come your way. Like app, we give you the best. Make sure you subscribe, you share our videos so that YouTube can also spread it for others to watch it. That is the only way that will motivate me to bring you more information on working abroad. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.